So if you're like me, doing something unique when you're building, especially different than everybody else, is something I've always enjoyed, or learning new stuff. Here's a quick tip: if you're trying to get logs across water, this works, especially if you get somebody on the other side. But this works even better if you can elevate yourself just a little bit. So I built a dock and it gives me just a little more. They'll both make it, but this one seems to get higher bounces. Seems a little quicker. You're probably going to end up with tons and tons of logs to deal something with, and if Bonehead over here is helping you, he'll walk through this pile and end up destroying it if you're trying to keep it organized. You can make the little rack here that'll hold 6 logs, or you can simply stack them. They go 7 high without having to get on anything higher, so they take up a smaller footprint. Moving 2 different sized logs can sometimes be a pain in the butt, but you could always do this. This is also handy for clearing out a large area of undergrowth. Almost like a lawnmower. Cutting all the way around a tree takes less chops. The larger trees take me about 10. Of course, the last direction you're facing is the way the tree's going to fall. You're going to eventually make a temporary shelter, and you really only need 1 stick. Then you can save or edit. Most people use 2 for aesthetics. Point is, if you come over to one of these corners, this was what the game doesn't tell you, and hold C. This is how you get your tarp back. If you run into some difficulty where your posts aren't quite the same height, place your last one. Cut the top off of this one. Now they're the same height. Place a new one. And keep working. Knew that seemed odd. When you start placing your next row of trees or logs, it's even easier because you have 2 dotted lines to go by. It makes it a little easier to see. Perfectly in line. If you're having problems making this slope, it'll only go to either side. It won't go down or straight out. It's probably because your last board is messing with you. Move everything up top and do your slopes first. Then you can go back and add your cross members. Now that's probably going to stop me from placing this slope. Nope, not this time. It can be a little buggy. So I've just realized if you don't do this in a specific order, it won't come out right. Place your post. Put the top off so it's even with the last one. Do your cross member. Then you can do your top rail. If you don't do it in that order for some reason, it just doesn't seem to work out. As you can see, you can end up with a pretty different profile. Hopefully that helps somebody. So I thought I found the ideal location to build a base. When we spawn in, everybody considers that this to be north direction I'm facing. But there's a small island in the middle of this large lake. I wanted to build here. But the problem was, there's graves here that really screw with the flooring. Let me clear this off a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. But these are the graves. Building around these graves was obviously not an option. These graves do respawn, but they will not allow you to build across them. So they're just sticking up out of the floor and in your way constantly. So instead, I hired a point to build off of. Too high. I did it. I'll show you guys my house after this. This is what I did. What I started at the house. Roughly lined up the direction you want it. The rock is missing. Yeah. Like I showed you guys with the other build, you can actually make these lower even. But this is how I got my foundation. I built it all the way over to this side, and then I just removed that section, so it's not there. I'll show you my house. But that got me high enough off the ground to where I can actually crouch and go under this and get to the graves. Every 2 or 3 hours they seem to spawn. So this is what I've got so far. This is the same rock, just different silver. The graves, they've already respawned. And I originally had this out front, all sloped, and I couldn't build any further into the water, at least not till winter. If you don't know, when the lake freezes over, you can build on top of it. When it thaws, your house continues to float. But I had this sloped, and then I wanted to build one more deck out where I could put lawn furniture or something like that. And there was just no way to get any further out until waiting for winter. So I came up with the way of sloping the, or doing the lower tiers or lower elevation. If this does you any good, congrats. If you don't like my videos, don't watch any more of them. I just do this for myself. I don't beg for subscribers or likes or anything like that. If you liked it, cool. Thanks, guys.